Welcome to another Baka gaming commentary video. In this video, I'll be giving my first impression on the CES 2021 press conference by AMD, NVidia, Intel, and maybe if I feel like it, we might talk about the Razer face mask concept. Okay, let's first get on with talking about the AMD CES press conference. Personal opinion, they didn't really talk about, products. They just talked about, bunch of OEMs like Lenovo and HP, and surprisingly Mercedes F1 team, and talk about like how great AMD's doing in the OEM market and how they're penetrating through this market. And yeah, so what did they really launch? They really launched launched the new Ryzen mobile CPUs, which are the Ryzen 9s and the Ryzen 7s are all 8-core 16-thread and with clock speed difference. They also continued their HS lineup, which is the 35-watt TDP of, the lower TDP version of the H part. And also, and then with the U parts, they have launched brand new. They got rid of the horrendously 4000 U part that had no hyper-threading, and now all 4000 and all 5000 series U parts now have hyper-threading. However, it comes with the caveat. There is only 2 CPU in the U category that is actually Zen 3. And which means the rest of the U parts are all the old Zen 2 core architectures. The only 2 CPU that is actually Zen 3 in the U part is the 580U and the 560U. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And also AMD hinted at, lower end Navi with their 2 fans and their single fan founders coolers. Okay, AMD, you really need to talk more about your product in a consumer show, not do your typical hey, congratulations shit, please. So maybe for you next year's CES 2022, you actually talk about your products, not like, or if you're gonna bring on like other OEMs, have them bring up like this. Maybe like have companies OEMs be like showing actual laptops with AMD, systems. Okay. On to the next one, which is NVidia conference. What did they? Yeah, let's just say NVIDIA conference. Yeah, okay. Okay, my impression of it wasn't really as boring as AMD's. What stood out to me is the 3060 12GB. That really shows, hey, NVIDIA, I think, is waking up to AMD being a very going to have competition and have potentially higher VRAM than, all the current NVIDIA cards, which the 3070s, the 3080s, all have, lower VRAM than the AMD counterpart cards. But NVIDIA also has launched the 30 series mobile GPU, which I think we need to. It's gonna be. They just made it into a giant pile of mess. They have officially launched Max P, which is kind of the highest TDP of mobile parts, but the 3080 laptop isn't really a desktop 3080. It's using a 3070 cores with 8 gigs or more VRAM. The 3070 seemed to be like a 3060 Ti, and of course the 3060 laptop is a 6 gig of VRAM. I think NVidia's mobile lineup is bit weak for 2021. Why the heck do we not have higher VRAM capacity like the 3080 laptops? And at the same time, the video, they talked about their new Max Q lineup and their multiple Excel sheet of, multiple TDP for each 3060, 3070, 3080. We're going to, so when you're buying a laptop for your 30 series, you're going to have to make sure you find a review and find out what TDP is that 30 series mobile. They also have introduced, the new Whisper Quiet mode, which intentionally slows down the GPUs so that the computer can run more quiet. And they also have implemented bar, which is part of the PCIe specification, which, okay. Thank you, I guess, NVIDIA, for letting us have this feature. Okay, now let's talk about Intel's press conference. Intel press conference, what did they launch? 11th Gen Tiger Lake. On the desktop, whatever. They didn't really put too much emphasis on that. They seem to be However, they have launched the new, the H35, which is a 35 watt TDP, and their i7 in 2021 is still a 4-core 8-thread CPU. Really, Intel? You're gonna call an i7 and it only has 4-core 8-thread, but look, this is gonna be pretty scummy. People are gonna be like, oh hey, I'm gonna be buying i7. It's gonna have pretty high core count, I don't know, 8 cores maybe. I think there is gonna be some people, not regular consumer, that's gonna go to your every tech store and be like, hey, this looks like an Intel i7, it must be good, right? They might get disappointed with the new H35. Basically, other than that, I really don't think Intel, I don't really think they really emphasize much other than the 11th Gen H35 and maybe hints of other stuff. And lastly, we have the Razer face mask concept. It's a good concept to have, since, with the current world situation and everyone needs to be wearing a face covering, and and having a mask that lets other people see maybe your mouth, so that your expression can be seen. Or for me, the most importantly is the voice amplifier, where a lot of time we seem to, you know, when you wear a face mask, you seem to run into issue where your voice is muffled, and when you talk to, you know, store clerks or whatever, they can't exactly understand you, which is pretty annoying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to Baka Gaming Commentary for more, you know, my, you know, talking videos with these gameplays in the background. And I hope I see you in the next video.